Brandon Peterson. All right, we're going to take a peek right now at the Ultimate X-Men Volume 9 trade paperback. The Tempest, I guess, is the name of this particular set of books. I think there's 3 or 4 issues in the one. I have this book on my desk while I work quite a bit. It's really fun to look at. Really interesting ways that Brandon was drawing at the time, with tightly grouped lines, hatching, cross-hatching. I don't recall a whole lot of zip-tone in here, but yeah, he was doing some really cool stuff for like just fade-outs and things like that. And then also, I think this is probably my favorite work of Brandon's as a penciler, probably layout-wise, to be honest. The layouts in here are really strong, and that could just be, you know, he had some decent scripts to work with or whatnot. But anyways, yeah. So Volume 9, this is pretty far in the series. Yeah, Ultimate X-Men 46 through 49, written by Vaughn, art by Brando. So a couple of years before this, he had worked on the Magneto Rex books. The rest is all a little foggy to me. I know there was like what was it? Ultimate Extinction and some other stuff that was fun. He did the Ultimate Vision book and all that too, which were also fun. But for that, there was like a 7 or 8 year span where this remains my favorite sequential months of his at the time. And to be quite honest, I didn't care for the Ultimate line when it was coming out. Personally, I was just sort of nitpicking books. If an artist was on it, I would grab it, but other than that, I wasn't sticking around for the story. Another video I have, I'll put it up at some point, is the Dave Finch Run, which I have all of those books because he was really the only one besides Brando that I was grabbing during this era. Also, I had a comic shop that was telling me, you know, insider stuff about it and how it essentially wasn't going to stick. Like, it was just kind of cash grabby, but whatever. It's neither here nor there. So let's take a peek here. So the artwork is by Brandon. I'm not entirely sure if it is like just penciled and then like a little bit of a digitally inked per se. Some level adjustments maybe. But I don't think he was actually inking this stuff. I saw a bunch of his stuff at CrossGen at a show. He had it with them for that creator-owned book he was doing there, Chimera. And that was previous to this, so a lot of this stuff with his coloring and all that is very, very similar. Similar stylings, palette, very similar. Very rich mid-tones with all of his colors as well. So this is drawn and colored by Brandon. The interiors, however, is not. The interiors is just his line art. This is all art. So he was doing a lot of stuff with the computer at the time. So again, how much and what his process is, I have no idea, but the stuff's really fun to look at. So yeah. So the premise of this book here, spoiler alert, is you've only had, you know, a decade to figure this out with this one. It's an introduction to Mr. Sinister and also the ultimate version of Apocalypse, or at the end. Or just said it. Alright, so you get to see Angel. You get to see different mutants through here. New versions for the Ultimate Universe of mutants that we grew up with. Pretty cool Danger Room sequence here. Little tussle. Yep. So, yeah, the storytelling in here is really one of the strongest things. But yeah, just these super fine lines. There's a lot of gradation from the solid black areas on anywhere that there is just solid black. You can't really tell here because of the colors, but if you look closely, there's a lot of, I would say 40-60%, 40 to 60% gray tones drawn through different hatching methods. Yeah, this stuff was really fun. So with Brandon, I know when I first started seeing his work hit the shelves, I wasn't too interested in it. He kind of broke in as essentially a Jim Lee clone, and then moved over pretty quickly. He got on some high-profile books when Image launched, and he moved over onto the X-Men books, and then moved over to Top Cow shortly after that. He fit the house style. So, but it took a few years for him to really develop his own, and by his own I mean it was kind of the perfect mixture of Silvestri, Lee, and in my opinion Michael Golden, specifically Michael Golden Doctor Strange. In my opinion, that's kind of what I think he's looked at and kind of based a style on. But yeah, it's really cool to see. This is kind of how I imagine seeing Michael Golden fashion forward. You know, if Michael Golden was trying to conform to an Image studio, this is probably what the work would appear like in my imagination. Yeah, so yeah, great work, great layouts. Obviously you get Sinister there. It's all thug life. Yeah, I've never really been able to look past the versions of these characters. I never really felt like they had a sense of belonging in my psyche. They don't live they don't live rent free with me, but I do appreciate the artwork. So such a bizarre face, but I love it. Yeah, Brandon's work is pretty consistent. Always kind of has been, to be honest. But you know, this specific run of books here, I just feel like he really dialed it in. Very easy to digest as a reader. As an artist, I think there's actually a lot to be learned. Storytelling wise, angles, different vantage points of you know, you don't get a lot of shots like this. Usually people pull back and do a silhouette and show the blast, you know, things like that. He didn't really, not a lot of shortcutting in this this run of books here. So, but anyways, it's pretty close to the end. Like this right here just straight up tells you what's coming. This is a cool shot like that. Reminds me a little bit of the new X-Men Silvestri book. Slightly. Let me see here. I actually have it right here. Let's see. Kind of similar. Muscular back shots. Some Jordache jeans. Alright. Cool cover right here too. This is very, very reminiscent of the Chimera work that Brandon was doing. I think it's just maybe just the colors. I don't know. He also has, so there's something too about Brandon where when he colors himself, I noticed that his line art, it resembles a lot more like less Lee, less Silvestri, and more towards the realm of like a Frank Cho or Adam Hughes type openness to the style, to leave a lot of lifting to the colors, you know. Yeah, this is cool. I shouldn't be laughing. Yeah, here you go. Xavier gets pushed down the stairs. Yeah, it's drawn really well. Yeah, this stuff's pretty crazy. And then you get Rogue is going to utilize her skills here pretty soon. Yeah, and there it is. She gets the best of the best. Yep. Crack knocks him out. End of the story for him right there. You get some Samuel Jackson Fury action going on there as well. Yep. And then yeah, that's the big page turn at the end. Is he's imprisoned, and you get to see the ultimate version of Apocalypse there, which is illustrated really, really nice. The black and white to this is awesome. Okay, so the end of that, so again, real quick, Ultimate X-Men Volume 9 trade called The Tempest, Brian K. Vaughan and Brandon Peterson. So then in the back, you get a little bit of pencils, and I think maybe some layouts too. I forgot. It's been a while. I usually only make it about halfway through, close it up, and get to the next page. So yeah, so you got issue 46 cover. So here's the line art here. Like I was saying, you get a lot more of this, more focus on the outlines and the silhouettes of shapes versus something like this. There you go. Which is obviously very much rendered in a way that anybody could color it, and it would still look pretty damn sick. This piece right here, he left it open. I think he colored that one as well in the original. And then obviously this one here too. You can see a big difference. So you see the way he details females even on this page, with Rogue in there. And then you can see what the cover treatment is, a lot more open. A lot more focus on the posturing, things like that. Yeah, so you get some layouts here, a couple pages of layouts. More layouts. This is nice. Get to see. Yeah, this right here. Everything is sold. He even draws arrows. That's funny. Yeah, everything is sold to you. What this page is going to entail, and boom, it's exactly that. Great flow, and then you get to see the layout to the page turn of Sinister, or Apocalypse, I should say. So there's the layout. There's the piece. So layout, piece. Yeah. Stuck to it. Not a whole lot of changes there. So anyways, yeah. If you're into Brandon, you like cool art, want to be inspired to possibly switch up your page layouts or whatnot, I recommend you try out this specific run of books. Floppies. Floppy wise, it would be Ultimate X-Men 46 through 49, or Ultimate X-Men Volume 9 Tempest.